We have to start the warm-ups.
Morning.
Very good morning.
Good morning.
Get ready for the warm-ups. Stand comfortably. This little distance between the feet. Both the hands crossed in front. Breathing in, bring the hands in crossed position above the head. Hold your breath. Breathing out, spread them out at the shoulder level. Hold your breath. Breathing in, bring them back, crossed above the head. Breathing out, bring them down forward. We'll practice it this way one more time, and then we will try an advanced variation for the third and the fourth round. So breathing in, bring the hands up. Hold your breath. Breathing out, spread them out from the sides at the shoulder level. Hold your breath. Breathing in, bring the hands back crossed above the head and bring them in front down, breathing out. Now the slight advanced variation, if you can, you practice it. Otherwise, practice the same one. I'll first demonstrate and then you see. You're breathing in, you will take the hands up. Then you will continue to breathe in more, bringing the hands by the side at the shoulder level. Then you will hold your breath. Then breathing out, you will bring the hands crossing out. And then you will continue to breathe more, taking the abdomen inside, bring the hands down. So once again, breathing in, you will take the hands up. Then you will continue to expand the chest and the clavicle, breathing in more, bringing the hands by the side. Then you will hold your breath. Breathing out, you will bring the hands crossed over the head, taking the abdomen further inside, continuing to breathe out, you will bring the hands down. Start. Breathing in, bring the hands up. Continue to breathe in, bringing the hands by the side. Hold your breath. Breathing out, bring the hands crossed over the head. Breathing, continuing to breathe out, bring the hands down in front, then hold your breath. Then breathing in once again, raise the hands up. Continuing to breathe in, take the hands by the side at the shoulder level. Hold your breath. Breathing out, bring the hands above the head, crossed. Continuing to breathe out, bring the hands down from the front. And then relax. Now we'll do a forward bend. So interlace the fingers in front of the body. And then breathing in, I will first demonstrate that you can do. Breathing in, raise the hands up, turn the palms upwards towards the sky, hands come by the side of the ears. Then breathing out, bend from the waist, bring the body parallel to the ground. Then breathing in, turn the body to the right side, keeping the body parallel to the ground. Then breathing out, come back. Breathing in, turn to the left side. Breathing out, come back. Be aware, many times after coming to this level, when you're going here, you tend to raise up. So try and avoid. You can turn as little as you can, but try to keep the body parallel to the ground. Start. Interlace the fingers in front, breathing in. Raise the hands up, turn the palms upwards. Breathing out, bend from the waist. Body parallel to the ground. Breathing in, turn to the right side. Breathing out, come back to the center. Breathing in, turn to the left side. Breathing in, come back to the center. And then release the hands, relax. 2 more rounds on your own. And then sit down and relax. Be in yogic breathing. Pay full attention to your breathing. If the mind wanders, bring it back. Pay attention to how the abdomen is expanding, then the chest is expanding, then the clavicle is expanding. Hold your breath. When you breathe out, how the clavicle collapses, then the chest, and then the abdomen goes inside as much as possible. As you're breathing in, breathe in cosmic energy. As you hold your breath, let that energy spread throughout the body. As you're breathing out, let all the cares and the worries be flushed out of the body and the mind. Let all the ailments be flushed out of the mind. When you hold the breath outside, feel the body is fully purified, energized. Get ready for chanting mantra Om 7 times. Make your sankalpa. I'm chanting mantra Om, creating a protective energy field around me that keeps me protected from all external negative influences, antibodies, and viruses. I'm creating 3 layers of protection. Outer layer consists of 6 friendly creatures, an elephant behind me, a peacock in front, a tiger on the right side, a lion on the left side, an eagle above me, and a black tortoise below me. Inside of that is a big ring with balls of fire. I'm lighting all the balls, allowing a fire more to go up all around me. And the third layer of protection is from the subtle energy of the sound of mantra Om. Take your awareness to your perineum between the anus and the genitals for men and the cervix for ladies. Visualize a 4-petal lotus. Let the color red come up from inside the spinal cord, pour out from the center of your head like a fountain, enveloping you in a protective layer. Take a deep breath for Om mantra. Take your awareness to Swadhisthana Chakra at the spinal terminus of the coccyx bone. 6-petal lotus, orange color. Increase pitch a little bit. Take a deep breath. Take your awareness to Manipura Chakra behind the navel. 10-petal lotus, yellow color. Increase pitch further. Take a deep breath. Take your awareness to Anahata Chakra behind the heart center. 12-petal lotus, color green. Increase pitch further. Take a deep breath. Take your awareness to Vishuddhi Chakra behind the throat pit. 12-petal lotus, blue color. 16-petal lotus, blue color. Take a deep breath, increase your pitch further. Take your awareness to Ajna Chakra behind the eyebrow center, 2-petal lotus, indigo color. Take a deep breath, increase pitch further. Take your awareness to center of the top of the head. 1,000-petal lotus, white color. Increase pitch further. Take a deep breath. Shanti mantras. Asatoma sadgamaya tamasoma. I'm sorry. Om Sahana Bhavatu Sahana Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinamadi Namastu Ma Vidvishavahai. Om Shanti 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 Hari Om. Keep your hands in Linga Mudra. Make your sankalpa for chanting Mahamrityunjaya mantra. When you are holding the Linga Mudra, pay attention to how you are holding it. Are you pressing the fingers too hard against each other? That is unnecessary effort. Relax them, just interlace them and keep it. When your thumb is erect, are you putting extra effort to keep it erect, or are you keeping it erect naturally in a gentle way? Just pay attention to these small things in your own internal assessment of your own body and soma. And release or relax all unnecessary effort that you are putting in subconsciously. Bring it to the conscious plane and release your effort, which is unnecessary to the posture. I'm chanting Mahamrityunjaya mantra for physical health and mental well-being. Chanting the mantra every day helps me maintain the best of health mentally and physically. All my brain cells and my body cells are operating optimally and in harmony with each other. I can feel your grace, my Lord, penetrating deep into my body, energizing each and every brain cell and body cell, keeping me in pristine health. I bow down before you, thanking you from the bottom of my heart for keeping me in pristine health, and I promise to put in efforts from my side for keeping this body in a healthy condition, befitting for you to reside inside me in your effulgent form. Om Triyambakam Yajamage Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva Bandhanan Mrityor Mukshiyamamritat. Om Triyambakam Yajamage Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva Bandhanan Mrityor Mukshiyamamritat. Om Triyambakam Yajamage Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva Bandhanan Mrityor Mukshiyamamritat. Om Shanti 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 Hari Om. Very gently release your hands, disengage them, keep them on your knees. Do prana shuddhi. When you're breathing in, mentally directing the breath from the left nostril and then mentally directing it out from the right. Pay attention to your eyes. Are you unnecessarily pressing the eyes and the eyelids? Are you contracting your forehead? Are you unnecessarily contracting your facial muscles? Release all of them. Are you needlessly holding your hands tight on the knees? If so, release it and hold it lightly. Pay attention to the position of your head and the chin. Is it tilted up? If it is tilted in the upward direction, try to make it straight. Without opening the eyes, feel how your chin is and adjust it accordingly. Feel yourself completely grounded to Mother Earth. Feel a certain sense of confidence that she will always provide for all your necessities in life. Feel a unique surge of energy coming in from Mother Earth, penetrating your body, spreading all over the body, giving you a unique sense of confidence to face up to the external world, face up to all circumstances of the external world, be they pleasant or be they unpleasant. Very gently release your position, relax your legs, then we'll get ready for starting to learn lesson 6. Lesson 6, the first practice that we are going to learn is a practice called Agnisar, which is supposed to improve your digestive processes, massage all the abdominal muscles, and ensure that the blood circulation and the nerves operating in the abdominal area operate well. That's why it's called Agnisar. There is no fire, but the digestive process is considered as fire element in the yogic practices. So you're activating that. This practice also helps the digestive juices to ooze out better, helping the complete absorption of nutrients from your food. And it's a very good practice to get over constipation, flat loosens. People with high blood pressure should do it very carefully. If you feel discomfort, stop immediately. It's a contraindication for people with high blood pressure. If you have any heart related problems and you're under treatment for heart related problems, it is better to avoid Agnisar except with the consent of your medical doctor. And those who have hernia or ulcer in the stomach areas should also avoid till that is completely cured. Others can practice. This is generally practiced in 2 alternate positions. Position 1 is Vajrasana and position 2 is in a standing position. So for those who have difficulties on their knees, they can do it in the standing position. Those who are comfortable on their knees can do it in the Vajrasana position. So first I will demonstrate for those who want to do it in the standing position, and then I will come down to the Vajrasana for those who want to do it in the Vajrasana position. So in standing position, you will bend your knees a little bit, keep both your hands on just above the knees on your thighs. In this position, you will slightly give a curve to the back. A slight curve to the back. Stretch your tongue out. And then, when you're breathing in, expand the abdomen. When you're breathing out, contract the abdomen. So when your tongue is out, it will make a sound like a dog panting. After you have done a few strokes and you feel a little tired, then stop the process. Now, a few points to note. Many people trying to Agnisar tend to do it very fast. In that, your abdomen does not expand and contract adequately, then you don't get the full benefit of this. So while you should not do it very slow, you should ensure that you expand the abdomen, contract the abdomen. Expand the abdomen, contract the abdomen. This expansion, contraction must be as much as you possibly can do it. That is where your entire benefit will come. And that is when it will activate the digestive juices. That is when it will give complete massage to the abdominal organs. Now, for those who have in standing position, please start practicing 3-4 rounds, and then I will take you to the next advanced posture. Those who want to do it in the sitting down posture, come into Vajrasana, toes touching each other. In this posture, spread your thighs, spread your knees a little apart. Keep your hands on your knees, and then slightly give a curvature to the back. Stretch your tongue out, tilt your head down, and then the process is the same. When you feel tired, stop. Come back to normal position. Allow your breathing to become normal, then repeat. Make sure your toes are touching each other. So done 3 rounds, stop and relax for some time. Those in standing position can stand erect. Allow breathing to become normal.
So just one question.
Those who are in
Yeah. When you breathe out, that is when you expand your abdomen, right?
No. Breathing out is when you push the abdomen inside. Breathing in when you expand the abdomen. So let us look at it in complete physiology. For breathing in, the lungs to be full, your diaphragm has to go down. So when your abdomen expands, it creates a greater cavity in the abdominal area, allowing your diaphragm to go down a little more. Then you will normally take it down. When you push the abdomen inside, you are pushing the diaphragm up. It compresses the chest area more, squeezes more air outside the lungs. Okay. Now, the advanced portion of this, only those who feel very comfortable should do it. Others can continue the first
Is it
practice.
the same thing like Simha Mudra? Sir?
Pardon?
Sir, is it the same thing like Simha Mudra?
The tongue out is Simha Mudra, but the rest is, it's more of the abdomen is what is pushing it. In Simha Mudra, we actually force it from the mouth. Here, the breathing in and out happens through the mouth passively. It is the abdomen that is going to be activated. That is what will make the abdominal muscles completely massaged, and that is what will activate the digestive juices.
Oh. Thank you, sir.
Now, the advanced portion is you come to the same position, then you take a deep breath in, Then you breathe out completely, keep the breath out, and then do the same motion. Although your tongue is out, your mouth is open, you must try and see that you don't breathe in and out. Only the abdomen must move it. Try it. And when you can no longer hold your breath, come back. Those in standing position will do the same. First breathe out. You can tilt the head a little more down. Even in standing position, tilt the head a little more down. Chin can come closer to the chest. Last round. And then relax. Stretch your leg out. And let your breathing come back to normal. First of the three asanas, there are 6 asanas today we have to learn. 3 of them are pre-meditative asanas, 3 of them are regular asanas. So the first of them is called Ushtrasana. So for this, you will come into your knees. The feet, if possible, should be flat on the ground when you're coming up. If keeping them flat is difficult, you can bring the toes and then keep the feet standing. Those who are comfortable, keep it flat on the ground. Those who are uncomfortable can raise their feet, bend the toes, and let the feet be standing like this. Okay? So the starting posture is this, where your knees, your torso, and the head are all in one line. Now, giving you instructions in copybook fashion, you're supposed to first turn to the right side and then reach out to your heels on the right side. Once you've got it, you're supposed to bring the body a little forward and then take the left leg and then try and catch the heels on the left side. And once you have done this, you're supposed to push the body a little forward and tilt the head up. And then you can bring the head back, release, and then come down to sit in this position. Now, when you are sitting like this in Vajrasana, keep some distance between the knees. Breathing in, you will come up. Breathing out, you will take the right side, and then you will take the left side. Hold your breath, looking up. Then breathing in, you will come up. Breathing out, you will bring the body down. So let us do 3 rounds completely now. Get ready. Keep the hands on your knees in Vajrasana. Keep some distance between the knees. Breathing in, come up. Breathing out, catch on the right side. Then on the left side, look up, hold your breath. Breathing in, come up. Breathing out, come down. Now if you can, try and practice with holding the breath. So breathing in, come up. Hold your breath. Breathing out, turn to the right side, catch the right heel, then turn to the left side, catch the left heel, tilt the head back, push the body forward, and then look up. Hands must be straight. Hold your breath. Breathing in, come up. Hold your breath. Breathing out, come down. Now just see the side view as to how it will look when you are on the final position and you push the back a little forward. If your lower back relaxes, then you will be able to push the torso a little forward, look up like this. This should be the posture that it will look like. So 2 more rounds, very quickly. Get into position. Breathing in, come up. Hold your breath. Breathing out, turn to the right side, catch the right heel, turn to the left side, catch the left heel, look up, push the body forward. Hold your breath. Breathing in, come back. Hold your breath. Breathing out, come down. Those of you who are not practicing this can actually sit with your cross leg. Keep your hands in front. Breathing in, take your hands up, turn the palms upside, give as much of a stretch as you can to the body, and then turn the palms down, breathing out, bring the hands down. Last round on your own. When released, lie on your back. The next asana is called Utthana Padasana, legs raised pose. I will show you from this posture. So when you're lying down, breathing in, you will raise both the legs up about 15 or 20 degrees from the ground only. You will feel good contraction in the abdominal area. Again, we are working on the abdominal muscles, which is the core area of the body. Hold your breath, hold your position as long as you can. And then very slowly, feeling the release of those abdominal muscles, bring your legs down. Once again, feeling the contraction of the abdominal muscles, breathing in, raise your feet 15-20 degrees above the ground. Keep in that position. Feel the contraction in the abdominal area, and then very slowly bring it down. Now, those of you who find this very strenuous in the abdominal area can lift the legs a little more. It will give some more comfort to the abdominal area. You can go up to 45 degrees. All right? Start. "15 to 20 degrees is when you'll get the maximum benefit, but if you have any discomfort, please feel free to raise your legs a little more. Go up to 45, 50 degrees also. 3 rounds. Once you have completed 3 rounds on your own, then turn on your tummy and get ready for the next practice. The next practice is called Vyagrasana. So in this, you will come into this position similar to Madhyarasana. First watch and then you can do it. In Madhyarasana position, you will first start breathing in, take your head up, straighten the leg. Breathing in, head up, straighten the leg. Breathing out, bring the knee forward, closer to the chest, hold your breath, and then try to bring the nose closer to your knees. And then breathing in, stretch the legs straight, holding your breath. Breathing out, bring the legs up like this, holding your breath, try to take the head closer to the toes. And then you will repeat the same portion again and again. So get ready, come into Madhyarasana position, keeping the head looking down. Please remember your knees or your legs should not touch the ground when you are bringing it forward or taking it back. Okay? So once again, head is looking down, breathe out completely, breathing in, let the head come up, right leg stretch forward. Breathing out, fold the right leg closer, bring it closer to the chest, knees coming closer to the chest. Hold your breath, try to take your nose closer to your knees. Breathing out, when breathing in, stretch your leg straight. Breathing out, fold the leg towards your head. Hold your breath, raise the head further, raise the leg further. As though you are bringing the head closer to your toes. Then breathing in, stretch the leg forward, keep it straight. Breathing out, fold it and bring it closer to the chest. Hold your breath, take your nose closer to the knees. Breathing in, stretch the leg straight, head up. Breathing out, fold the leg, toes going towards the head. Raise the head, hold your breath. Push the leg further up, head up, as though you're bringing the toes and the head together. And then repeat 2 more rounds. And then we will repeat on the left side. Those who have any discomfort on the knees should take some rest before you practice on the left side. If you need to keep a blanket or a cushion to support your knees, please feel free to do so. Now we'll repeat with the left leg. So get ready. Madhyarasana position, head looking down. Breathing in, head comes up, left leg comes up, straight. Breathing out, fold the left leg, knees coming closer to the chest. Hold your breath, bring the knees and the nose closer to each other, wherever they can come. Breathing in, stretch the left leg straight, Breathing out, fold the left leg, taking it towards the head. Hold your breath, take your leg further up, head up, as though your intention is to bring the toes close to the head and touch each other. Again, breathing in, stretch the leg forward, straight. Then breathing out, bring the leg closer to the chest. Hold your breath, take the nose closer to the knees. Breathing in, stretch the left leg straight, head straight. Breathing out, fold the left leg, head up. Holding the breath, try to bring both of them closer to each other. Breathing in, stretch the left leg straight. Breathing out, bring the left leg closer to the chest. Hold your breath, take the nose closer to the knees. Breathing in, stretch the left leg straight, head straight. Breathing out, fold the left leg, head up. Hold the breath, try to bring the head and the toes closer to each other. And then release the position and relax. Take some rest. The next three asanas are called pre-meditative asanas. They're calibrated to help improve your ability to sit in meditative asanas for a longer period of time. So practice these regularly so that when we come to lesson 25 onwards, you'll be able to enjoy those lessons sitting in some meditative asana for a longer period of time. You have a long way, so you have a long time to practice. The first one is Purna Titli Asana. In Ardha Titli Asana, we did this. In Purna Titli, you will keep both the feet together. Catch your toes. Try and take the knees as close to the ground as possible. And then breathing in, let the knees come up. Breathing out, let them go closer to the ground. Breathing in, let it come up. Breathing out, let it go down. And then slowly increase the speed a little more. Now a little faster. Now release, stretch your legs, relax. We'll repeat 2 more times. Those of you who want to try can keep the feet together. Keep your hands on your knees. Breathing in, bring the knees up. Breathing out, use your hands to push the knees down. I find it a little difficult to push the knees down with my hand. I can actually do it without the hand. So start fast once again. Adna, you can do twisting. Relax, last round. Get ready. Faster. Release and relax. Next is called chopping the wood. You can sit in any comfortable cross-leg position. If possible, you can sit in Padmasana, otherwise Ardha Padmasana or just cross-legged. Even separating the legs a little bit is okay. Now in this position, you will interlace the fingers, take your hands up. So when you're taking the hands up, you will breathe in. And then you will bring the hands down as though you're chopping the wood. Breathing out. Breathing in, hands up. Breathing out, bring the hands down. This practice works on the shoulder blades, shoulder region, areas which we rarely exercise. It expands the rib cage, allows better breathing capacity. Now relax. We'll repeat one more round. You can actually do this 25 times and then relax when you are trying to count and practice. Take some rest, let the shoulder relax adequately. And this time pay attention to how the shoulder muscles are contracting when you're taking the hands up. What happens to them when you're bringing the hands down? Whether you're contracting any other portion of your face. Are you doing anything to your feet? Are the feet tending to become tight? Then loosen them up. Are you contracting the lower spine? Just pay attention. If you are, then try and release the contraction in the lower spine. Only the shoulder region must work. All the other portion of the body must be relaxed. So get ready, breathing in, hands up, breathing out, hands down. And release and relax. This is called Kasta Takshasan in Sanskrit. Then the last one is called Vayu Nishkashan, wind release pose. This also works on the digestive system. It helps reduce flatulence. You will have to come down into this position, literally squatting position. In your squatting position, you will have to use your fingers to catch the inside of your foot, where the curve is there, that portion. So all the four fingers go under the feet, the thumb will be on top of the feet. Now in this position, you will breathe. First watch me and then you can do. In this position, first breathing out, you will put the head down. Then breathing in, you will first move the knees, bring the knees straight, and then straighten the head. This is the position in which you will be standing finally. Then breathing out, you will go down, the head will come up. Breathing in, the head will go down, legs will become straight. Get ready. Let us do it this way. Breathing in, keep the head straight. Breathe out completely. Then breathing in, lift the legs up, head closer to the toes or closer to the knees. Breathing out, come back to squatting position, head straight up. Breathing in, legs straight, head closer to the knees. Breathing out, legs down, head up, straight. Breathing out, legs straightened up, head closer to the knees. Breathing out, legs bend, head straight. And then relax, release, relax, wait for some time. Then we'll do one more round. So last round, come back, get into position, breathe in and out, breathing in, come up, breathing out, come down, breathing in, let the legs go up, head closer to the knees, breathing out, legs down, head up, again breathing in, legs up, head closer to the knees, breathing out, legs down, head straight. Two more rounds on your own, and then relax. Sit in a meditative position. We are introducing Ujjayi Pranayam in Kechari Mudra. So Kechari Mudra is when you will roll the tongue inwards and the tip of the tongue will touch the upper palate as inside as possible. Wherever you can take it, and your tongue will be in that position throughout the practice. So it's very important that when you feel any discomfort, you stop the breathing, release the tongue, wait for some time, and then roll the tongue again. Don't continue when your tongue feels tired or uncomfortable in this position. So be very, very careful, be observant. If you feel discomfort, release your tongue, stop the breathing, stop the practice. Even if I don't give instructions, on your own release. All right? So when you are taking the tongue inside now, when you start breathing in, you try and make this soft hissing sound from the throat pit. There will be a very soft sound. The sound is such that nobody outside can hear it, but you can hear it. Only if somebody comes close to your body, they will be able to hear the hissing sound. That's the kind of a sound. In Zoom, we cannot find out whether you're doing it, so be aware of it yourself and practice. So start breathing, rolling the tongue inside, making the hissing sound, breathe in, and then breathe out. Release and relax a little bit before we continue again. One more round of this we'll practice, and then you're advised to practice Prana Shuddhi in Ujjayi Kechari. So we'll try that as well. Okay? So one more round of Kechari Pranayam, Kechari Ujjayi Pranayam, sorry. Start, roll your tongue inside. Release and relax. Now when you roll the tongue up and do Ujjayi, you'll breathe in from the left nostril mentally, breathe out from the right nostril mentally. Then you'll breathe in from the right nostril mentally, breathe out from the left. Repeat it one more time, and then breathe in from both the nostrils, breathe out from both the nostrils. All the time, tongue is rolled behind. All the time, the Ujjayi sound is continuing. So start. get ready to chant mantra Om 3 times. Make your sankalpa. Take a deep breath. Shanti mantras. Asatoma sadgamaya tamasoma jyotirgamaya mrityorma mritam gamaya sarvesham swastir bhavatu sarvesham shantir bhavatu sarvesham purnam bhavatu sarvesham mangalam bhavatu loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. ॐ त्र्यम्बकं यजामहे सुगन्धिं पुष्टिवर्धनम् उर्वारुकमिव बन्धनान् मृत्योर्मुक्षीयमामृतात् ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः हरिः ॐ. Rub your hands nicely on the Om, then keep them on your eyes. Then gently open the eyes. Slowly release your hands. Hari Om Tat Sat. So have a great weekend. I just finished reading another wonderful book called Sound Medicine by Dr. Kulreet Chowdhury. She is a neurologist who was practicing in the US, gave up her practice in the US, came down to India, set up an Ayurvedic Siddha medicine hospital near Vellore for her guru, and she introduces chanting in her healing techniques even for neurological problems. And she says that she has found tremendous results where normal medical neurology cannot get results. Introducing chanting, awareness, internal introspection has helped the patients recover from some of the problems. So it's a wonderful medical endorsement to the benefits of chanting. So continue to practice your chanting and take the benefits. Bye. Have a great weekend.